Thank you for inviting me to your Small Christian Community Day to break open the Word. This week's message is basically about riches and about discipleship. In the first reading, we hear this beautiful message from wisdom, and it speaks to the richness of wisdom and how nothing else compares to it, not even material wealth. And it's interesting that wisdom is referred to in a feminine sense. When we get to our gospel reading, we have a man approach Jesus. He tells Jesus he's followed all the commandments, but he wants to assure himself that he is going to get into the kingdom of God. And Jesus tells him quite bluntly, sell all of your possessions, I want you to give the money to the poor, and then I want you to come follow me. Well, he, as well as the disciples, are very confused by this message. In those days, if you had material wealth, it was a sign that you were in good graces with God. So to hear Jesus say, sell all of your possessions, this totally flipped that mentality upside down. No wonder they were confused. Furthermore, Jesus says that it will be easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it will be for the rich to enter the kingdom of God. Now, this sounds utterly impossible that a camel could go through the eye of a needle. But then again, with God, nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. Just a note that in those days, in Jesus' days, a gate to a town had an arch over it. And it is thought that the arch and that gate were called the eye of a needle. So it is quite possible that a camel could get through it. However, if a camel was carrying someone's possessions, their material wealth, on its sides, it's quite possible that even that camel could not get through the gate because he would be too wide. So to put this in a nutshell, the message this weekend is basically that the richness of wisdom is one thing, but the richness of material wealth and possessions can be very dangerous, especially if a person becomes very self-centered and neglects the poor. So if we are to be true disciples of Christ, we need to be very careful about how we hold on to our possessions. If it blinds us to the needs of the poor, and if it blinds us to the needs of the common good, we need to be able to let go of that.